One of the most common questions that you guys ask on Instagram or YouTube is कि हम लोग अंतालिया आ रहे हैं and where do we stay? So in this video we're going to answer just that.
So there are basically three main areas where you can stay in Antalya. One is Lara.
Other is Kaleici.
And the third one is Konyaaltı. Let's talk about Lara first. So Lara is a very nice area that's actually at one end of the city. It's a very huge area. Wahan pe there's a sandy beach. It's a very beautiful, very long sandy beach, and there are tons of all-inclusive 5-star resorts there with their own private beach areas that you can enjoy, and there are a lot of upscale restaurants there as well. It's actually generally a very upscale area.
Yeah.
And about the location, it's actually very near the airport. So that's a plus point. It's also near some attractions, like there's the very pretty waterfall nearby, and the waterfall is actually a park. And then there's sea view areas, and then there's cycling tracks, and it's very nice. So while the plus point about the location is that it's near the airport, the negative side of it is that it's far from other places in Antalya, like the city center and Konyaalti Beach. Because of the 5-star resorts and the really upscale vibe, it's a really nice place if you're coming for your honeymoon. For couples who want to just spend, a very luxury trip in Antalya, it's a very nice place to stay.
Let's talk about Kaleici next. Kaleici is basically the city center of Antalya. यहाँ पे काफ़ी ज़्यादा पॉपुलर अट्रैक्शंस आपको मिल जाएंगी, जैसे हेड्रियंस गेट है, आर्कियोलॉजिकल म्यूजियम है. सो इफ़ यू आर अ हिस्ट्री बफ, यू आर गोइंग टू लव दिस प्लेस. देयर आर ऑल्सो मेनी रेस्टोरेंट्स, मेनी कैफेज, अ लॉट ऑफ पब्स एंड नाइट क्लब्स ओवर हियर. So this place can get really loud in peak seasons. Kaleici also has a marina. So अगर आपने boat trips वगैरह करने हैं, one day boat trip अगर आपने करना है, तो वहाँ से सारे boat tours निकलते हैं. So it's also a good place for that. If for example you're coming alone या फिर अपने दोस्तों के साथ आ रहे हो पार्टी वगैरह करने के लिए, and if you're into that sort of thing, so Kaleici is a great place to stay. But if you are coming with a family, like a 2-year-old child or a 3-year-old child, Kaleici may not be the best place to stay in, but visit instead. So, yeah.
Finally, let's talk about Konyaaltı, the place where we live. अगर एक side पे Lara है, then other side पे Konyaaltı है. Konyaaltı also has a really nice beach, but instead of a sandy beach, it's a pebble beach. Personally, we find that Konyaaltı has a very family vibe. There is a very beautiful promenade where you can walk, and you can cycle, or you can just sit, and then there are gardens, and then there are playgrounds and benches, और बहुत प्यारी सी एक जगह बनी हुई है बिल्कुल बीच के साथ, which we really like. Second, Konyaaltı is very near to the city center. So if you're planning to visit the city center, it's a very good place to stay because you sort of get best of the both worlds. Konyaaltı is also very near to the highway, the D400 highway, which also connects Antalya to other cities. And finally, यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा restaurants and cafes हैं, and then there हर budget के restaurants and hotels and cafes हैं यहाँ पे. So I think it's a very nice place for all kinds of people. Whether you're coming on a honeymoon, whether you're coming with friends, or whether you're coming just on a, vacation, normal trip with your spouse or family.
Now that we've talked about all the three main areas in Antalya, let's talk about our absolute favorite place.
It's where we are right now.
The place is called Meltem.
Meltem is actually a small area tucked between the city center and Konyaaltı.
We actually recently discovered this place ourselves. हमें 1 साल हो गए यहाँ पे आए हुए, and हम लोगों को मेरे ख्याल से 3-4 महीने पहले हम लोगों ने ये खुद जगह डिस्कवर की है. Meltem के अंदर बीच पार्क है. बीच पार्क इज़ बेसिकली मेरे ख्याल से 6 किलोमीटर लंबी एक बीच पार्क है जहाँ पे पार्क है, बीच है, बहुत सारे रेस्टोरेंट्स एंड कैफ़ेज़ हैं. अंतालिया के बेस्ट जो कैफ़ेज़ हैं ना, वो सारे इधर ही हैं. And since it's between Kaleici and Konyaaltı, it gives you access to all the places. जहाँ पे इस वक्त हम लोग बैठे हुए हैं ना, हमारे बिल्कुल पीछे इस वक्त है एक्वेरियम. उसके पीछे अगर आप 5 मिनट और वॉक कर लो तो वहाँ पे है शॉपिंग मॉल. अगर यहाँ से आप लेफ़्ट पे जाओ तो आपको मिल जाएगा आर्कियोलॉजिकल म्यूज़ियम मिल जाएगा. उससे थोड़ा आगे जाओगे तो कलेची आ जाएगा. एंड दिस इज़ ऑल जस्ट वॉकिंग डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम हियर. 15 मिनट की रेडियस के ऊपर आपको 4 जगह मैंने गिना दी हैं. अगर आप यहाँ से राइट पे जाओगे तो यहाँ से कोनियाल्टी स्ट्रिप शुरू हो जाएगा, जो कि एक लंबी सी लाइन है रेस्टोरेंट्स एंड कैफेज की, अगर आपने वो एंजॉय करना तो वहाँ पे चले जाओ. सो बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रॉक्सिमिटी वी एब्सोल्युटली लव this place.
So now the only problem with Meltem, not a problem per se, but ये है कि in the area itself there are no hotels. मतलब गिन के मेरे ख्याल में एक दो होंगे, लेकिन क्योंकि वो एरिया इतना छोटा है there are not a lot of hotels there. But there are a lot of hotels around the area. For example, अगर आप Meltem के right और left पे देखते हैं, you will see that there's tons of hotels जो कि Beach Park and Meltem area से walking distance में है बिल्कुल. So that's a very big plus.
बातें तो होती रहेंगी. Now let's show you around the area. If you're into sports, you're not going to get bored here in Beach Park. There's a basketball court right behind me. It's absolutely free. आप बस घर से अपना बॉल ले आओ और यहाँ पे आके खेल लो. अगर आप बॉल नहीं है तो इनसे आके कहोगे आके मुझे अपनी टीम में डाल लें, वो डाल लेंगे. एक्चुअली अब यहाँ पे काफ़ी दफ़ा आ चुके हैं. शुरू में जब आए थे ना तो इनका हुक जो है ना वो टूटा हुआ था, लेकिन जब उससे अगले हफ्ते आए तो वो रिपेयर्ड था. सो दे टेक केयर ऑफ दिस कोर्ट एज वेल.
Another thing we really love about Beach Park is that there are a lot of cafes and restaurants here. And when I say cafes, I mean वो वाले cafes जो digital nomads and freelancers वगैरह type के cafes होते हैं. So like this one, the one that I'm currently sitting at, Arabica. I really like this place क्योंकि यहाँ पे sometimes I bring my laptop as well. यहाँ पे अंदर charging ports वगैरह भी हैं and they have really nice coffee and also cheesecake वगैरह. So it's a very nice place and यहाँ पे काफ़ी vibe भी बहुत अच्छी है. Like there's a sea view right there and the sitting area is really nice as well. So that's a big plus.
If you have children or are someone who loves to skate, there's also a skating park over here. और बच्चों के लिए there are so many playgrounds. बीच पार्क पे हर वक्त कुछ ना कुछ हो ही रहा होता है. अगर आप मेरे इससे पीछे देखो ना तो ये जो बॉयज़ हैं ना स्लैक लाइनिंग की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, एक दफ़ा हम लोग आए थे यहाँ पे तो 50 से 60 लोग यहाँ पे एरोबिक्स कर रहे थे. ऊंची ऊंची आवाज़ में गाने लगाए हुए थे, लाइव म्यूज़िक चल रहा होता है. मतलब यहाँ पे हर वक्त कुछ ना कुछ चल ही रहा होता है. If you're into tennis, there's also a tennis court over here right in the middle of Beach Park. And for kids, there's also a massive amusement park.
So that was Beach Park, guys, and we hope you enjoyed the video and learned something, helpful. Now we're gonna have dinner, so see you later.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.